What's going on, Card Pack? Today we're going to look at the top 10 football cards that went up the most over the last week. We are getting into that time of season where it's time to place your bets on football cards, because if players are going to get into the playoffs, we usually see around mid to late December their cards start going up, and they keep going up as they get further and further into the playoffs. But nonetheless, they are mostly at their lows right now. But let's take a look at them. We'll dive into that in a second. There's some really good takeaways, a couple reminders. If you want the audio from these videos, check out the podcast, link in description. As we go through these cards, I will do buy, sell, hold. The ones that I am a buy on, I will send out to the Card Pack newsletter before I publish this video. Free to join that, check it out. And if you want my top sports card picks that you won't find anywhere else, check out the Sports Card Society, sportscardsociety.com. Link for that in the description. So there's a membership area. You log in. There's special videos just for you outlining individual cards that you literally won't hear me talk about anywhere else, and a private Discord group too to chat amongst with your buddies, other society members. Anyways, let's dive in. Hit that like button, hit that follow button. All right, here we are in the Market Movers tool. Of course, we pulled up football in the grade PSA 10. Why PSA 10? Because the price of everything in the market starts at the PSA 10. So number 10 on the list, Jacob Eason, 2020 Prism. Base pop count of only 134, up 54% on the week. Let's pull up the chart. Let's see what we got going on here. By the way, if you like this Market Movers tool, if you're serious about sports card investing at all, this is the most important thing that I have, most valuable resource I have, is the Market Movers tool. I'll put a link for it in the description with a discount code. Use code SOCIETY and you'll get 20% off your first month or your first year, whichever subscription you choose. Get 20% off your first payment. Anyways, link for all that in the description. So Jacob Eason, he's from multiple places, but the last place he played in college was the University of Washington, I believe. Right? Was that him? I think so. I don't know. I live in Seattle, but I don't necessarily follow the Huskies too much. Anyways, this card started the week at $14 to start the week, $22 to end the week. Let's pull back 90 days. Is he starting somewhere now? Did someone get hurt? Because I'm not sure what's going on here. It's just a little jump. Not something I'd be real interested in. I'd probably be a hold, maybe even a sell. Ask myself, why do I have Jacob Eason? If someone gets hurt and Jacob Eason comes in, it's going to fly up for sure. Next on the list, Jonathan Taylor, 2020 Prism Base, pop count of 104, up 55% on the year. Jonathan Taylor, of course, having a fantastic year, possibly from a fantasy perspective, the best running back in football, and just from a production standpoint, period. Jonathan Taylor, he is a beast. Starts the week at 130, ends the week at 202, so that's going up. Let's pull back 90 days, though. I don't know the Colts record. Do they have a shot at getting in the playoffs? This stuff is very important to know. So it looks like there's just a big jump up. Pop count's only 104. I probably wouldn't buy this card at that price. Let's take a look at the NFL playoff picture. I mean, nothing's set yet, that's for sure. Thanks. I should have known better than to go to NFL.com for it. Let's go to CBS Sports. Let's see here. So here are the AFC standings thus far. I mean, football's going on today at the time I'm recording this. So here's your, the top. The playoff picture changed. So is it 7 that get in now? Yeah, it's 7 that gets in now, right? Anyways, so here's your top 7 in the AFC. Let's go to the NFC. Minnesota, you suck. Yeah, Colts. I mean, they definitely have a shot. I mean, everybody from Cleveland, everybody from basically, even Miami's got a shot. I mean, so the playoff picture's not clear. I mean, obviously it looks like Baltimore, New England, Tennessee. I'd be in Kansas City. I'd be surprised if they don't get in. Buffalo, I'd be surprised if they don't get in. But, these records are close enough. Let's go back to the NFC real quick. I'd be surprised if these 4 didn't get in, right? Probably these 5. And then, so now we're just fighting for kind of the wild card spots there. I don't know. Interesting. So the Colts, they could, but I'm not in on that so much right now. Again, that's why these cards go up more in like mid-late December, because the playoff picture becomes more crystal clear, right? So it's a good time to place bets now. That's why. Next on the list, Ezekiel Elliott, 2016 Optic Base. Be shocked if the Cowboys don't make the playoffs. Pop count of only 559. By the way, if you're newer to this, pop count means this card in this grade. That's how many of them currently exist. It's up 60% on the week. Let's pull up the old chart and take a look. Let me get some coffee while it loads. Let's see here. So Zeke, I think I had this card somewhere. $50 to start the week, $80 to end the week. Let's pull back 90 days. Zeke is certainly, I think, past his prime. If you're a Cowboys fan, Zeke truther, just live with it. He's past his prime. It sounds silly, but I might rather. That's why Tony Pollard's getting more and more playtime. I mean, it's probably at about its real value. I'd probably be more interested in Dak Prescott. I'd probably be more interested in Dak Prescott than I would be the Zeke man. But nonetheless, Cowboys look good. I'd be very surprised they didn't make the playoffs. So wherever this is at right now, I'd expect it to be higher. But I don't know. I'm going to leave that up. I'll have to think about that one. Next on the list, Adrian Peterson, my boy. 2007 Bowman Chrome base. Pop count of only 740, up 67% on the week. Let's pull up the chart. Who was it that just signed him? Oh, God, who was it? God, who just signed him? Oh, that's driving me nuts. Who just signed him? I'm going to have to let it go. I'm not going to sit here and make you watch me, listen to me think. So I still remember his rookie year. I was at the game where they were playing the San Diego Chargers at the time, of course. Danian Tomlinson was on there too, and Phillip Rivers, all that. And I remember like that the game he set the single game rushing record. I was at that game. He was fantastic. It was only, I think, the second Vikings game I'd ever been to in my life, because I just moved to Minnesota that year. Or, excuse me, the year prior. It's just, wow. That was so fun to be at. So fun. And our coach at the time, Brad Childress, AP Adrian Peterson, had like, the record was like 296 or something, and he had like 297, something like that. And we were like, and he takes him out to solidify the record, and we're like, no, put him back in, get him over 300. And that just sums up Brad Childress. He's a beach. So this card popped up because he just signed somewhere. I'm not interested. Sorry, AP. Next on the list, Justin Jefferson, my boy, 2020 Mosaic Green. Pop gun 124, up 77% on the week. By the way, we're talking about sports card investing, right? And so this is something that we invest in. But we probably invest in other things, right? I certainly do. And while I make a good amount of money from sports cards and I like sports cards, there's nothing that even comes close to make me as much money as I make in crypto. I'll put a link in the description. I have a crypto channel too. Go follow me. I'm on TikTok also. I mainly publish on TikTok and YouTube. Go check it out. And if your first thought is, oh, crypto, it's a scam, it's a Ponzi scheme, I promise you, you have no clue what you're talking about. You would have been the same person back in 1994 talking about how the internet was a scam. It's a technology is what it is. It's one that if you're saying that, you really don't understand it. I understand that might be your best perspective so far, but you have not spent any time actually learning about it. It's a technology that's here forever. It's called blockchain technology. I just say that because I want to help. I want to help, right? You're here for investing advice, although this is not financial advice. You're here to hear me talk about my investing opinions, and I can't explain to you how much money I make from crypto, and it's not in this short video. So go watch me on YouTube and TikTok. Anyways, $41 to start the week. High was 100. Latest sale of $72.50 for old Justin Jefferson here. Let's pull back 90 days. I don't think the Vikings are going to win the playoffs. At the time I'm shooting this, they're losing to the Lions right now by by 2 scores. So as much as I like JJ here, I can't say I'm a buy on this right now. Next on the list, Julio. 2011 tops base, pop count of 575, up 77% on the week. I think Julio's still on the IR. But the Titans look very likely to make the playoffs to me. You know, they really, really do. They still have a shot at the number 1 seed. Julio starts week at 28, ends week at 50. Pop count of only 575. Julio, one of the best receivers I've ever seen. That's for sure. But Randy Moss is the best I've ever seen. I mean, I have the Vikings bias, I guess. But all that aside, like, he really is. Jerry Rice is probably the best receiver of all time, but Randy Moss is the very close second. But they're different types of receivers. I don't know which one I'd rather have. I'd probably rather have Randy Moss in his prime than Jerry Rice in his prime. Jerry Jones. So this card's been doing nothing but going down over the last 90 days. But when Julio comes back and they get into the playoffs, this may be the dip we're looking for. Let's actually go take a look. Because if I can get this for under $50, or well under $50 probably. Let's sort this. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got that's not an auction? Well, a lot of auctions. I don't know why you keep showing me this. I don't actually have an offer on this. Interesting. There's some good auctions going on. Looks like this one's already up to 32. What did we say the last sales were? Last sale was 50. Yeah, I'd say the real value should be somewhere around like 40 to 50 based on what I'm looking at. So anything under 50 would probably be good. I'm going to be a buy on this because I think Julio's just down right now and the Titans should make the playoffs. So I like this one. I like this one for under $50. I definitely do. I think I'm going to go to that one. Next on the list. So I'm a buy on that. Under $50. Brett Favre, next on the list, 1991 Upper Deck Base, pop count of 1729. Brett Favre, Hall of Famer, all-timer, up 86%. Not the most inspiring picture. I'll pull that up in a second as this loads, as Market Movers loads here. It's not Market Movers' issue. My computer's just slow and old, and I don't want to buy it. I want to buy a new one, but I don't want to buy a new one because migrating all my stuff over from this computer to that one is just very painful. Anyways, look at that. Although something about it, you kind of like it, right? He's got the headphones on. He's sitting there. It's kind of funny. 88 to start the week, 165 to end the week. My favorite year of football ever was the year Brett Favre was a Viking, the first year, because I went to half the home games. I lived in Minneapolis at the time. We were awesome, and it was just so fun. Not to mention, he'd been beating us so long being a Packer. It was nice to, finally have him for a game or for a season. We had him for 2, but the second season we dragged him back. He didn't want to play again. He was officially retired finally for the 12th time, but he was finally retired. And then I drug him back, and then he really retired. Anyways, so that sucker shot up. Not interested. I'd sell it. Next on the list, Patrick Mahomes, 2020 Mosaic Green, pop count of only 169. Oh, 2020. Up 93%. I don't even want to look at it. Because if I'm going to buy Mahomes, I'm going to buy, if I'm going to buy cards, I'll buy rookies. I'm not, or really rare cards that don't have to be rookies, but they're really rare. This is none of that. So I'm just, even though what's going on here, I'm just not interested. I don't even want to look. Next on the list, Gardner Minshew, who is, starting for the Eagles today. They are no, they're winning. When I just looked, they were winning. They were in the red zone, and they ended up not getting a touchdown, and they got a field goal. Anyways, 2019 Select Concourse, pop count of 190, up 106%. I don't know, man. I like Gardner Minshew. I think he'll be around for a while, but I don't think he's ever going to be like a Pro Bowler or something like that, or even a full-time starter. 550 to start the week. 13 is a high on the week. I just can't be a buy on this. I'd probably be a sell. Let's pull back 90 days real quick. Again, this Market Movers tool, there's a link for it with a discount code in the description. I'd probably just sell it and get out of it. Next on the list, Patrick Mahomes. Now, this is a rookie, although he's in his college jersey. This is the number one on the list. Went up the most over the last week. 2017 Prestige base, pop count of only 261, up 115%. Let's take a look. Hit that like button, the follow button, subscribe button if you haven't yet. Be sure to hit that bell so you get notified so you can see these videos the soonest. There's something about the look on his eyes there. Makes me laugh. But, he's in his Texas Tech jersey. These never do as good as the Chiefs jersey. 186 to start the week. Went up to 400. That seems crazy. Let's pull back 90 days and see if that's just out of hand. That just seems a little out of hand. I think the real value is somewhere between maybe 200 and it's probably about 250. I think the real value of this card is probably somewhere around 200 to 250. Let's go to eBay real quick because I think the Chiefs definitely be in the playoffs and Mahomes will probably do Mahomes things. Let's see if we can find anything 250 or less. No. See, this one sale here just screwed it all up. So it's going to be up there for a while. Although if you have it, I might be a sell. if someone will buy this for 350, I'd sell it. But if I can buy it, see, that's the thing. I'd buy it for under 250, but I'd sell it for over 350 right now because it just makes sense. Can't be too greedy. So the only buy on this list was this Julio Jones right here, right? Because it's just been going down over 90 days. He's been on IR. His price is depressed. It's probably undervalued. And plus the Titans are probably going to make, let's go back to the AFC. Titans are sitting here 8-4, right? 8-4. They have a chance to be the number one seed. They have been the top in the AFC for a lot of the season. I think there's zero chance they don't make the playoffs, right? And if they make the playoffs, Julio goes up. Everyone on there goes up for the most part. That's usually what happens. And plus, Julio should be back and healthy by then. So I dig it. All right, stay classy. You're awesome. Links for everything in the description.